The disaster struck with relentless force. A fierce storm system tore through the central and southern United States, leaving behind a trail of destruction and despair. Tornadoes, spawned by a massive storm system, ravaged multiple states, including Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas, with winds reaching up to 165 miles per hour. These twisters leveled entire communities, ripping off roofs, flipping vehicles, and obliterating essential infrastructure. Emergency services worked tirelessly to rescue those affected and restore critical infrastructure, but the sheer scale of the disaster posed immense challenges. Missouri was among the hardest-hit states. With at least 12 confirmed fatalities, the devastation was widespread. The National Weather Service, NWS, issued tornado warnings from Wisconsin to Missouri, alerting residents to the imminent danger. However, despite these warnings, the tornadoes struck with unrelenting violence. Towns like Rolla, Hartville, Bakersfield, and South Fork were left in ruins, with homes reduced to rubble and communities thrown into chaos.
My truck, I fell.
One of the most destructive tornadoes hit southern Missouri, prompting a particularly dangerous situation, PDS, tornado warning. This wedge tornado carved out massive debris fields and caused extensive structural damage. Rescue crews faced extremely difficult conditions as they searched for survivors among the wreckage. The scale of the disaster left thousands homeless and severely hampered recovery efforts. Arkansas also suffered significant destruction, particularly in Cave City, where an EF3 tornado with winds up to 165 miles per hour tore through homes and businesses. Infrastructure was severely damaged, leaving many residents displaced and in urgent need of assistance. The scene was bleak: collapsed buildings, uprooted trees, and impassable streets. In response, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders declared a state of emergency in Arkansas, allocating relief funds for affected communities and deploying emergency response teams. As the storm progressed, Mississippi and Louisiana faced an increasing threat of tornadoes. Multiple tornado warnings were issued across both states as severe storms unleashed large hail and damaging winds. Residents were urged to seek immediate shelter while emergency officials worked to minimize casualties. The St. Louis metropolitan area also suffered significant damage, with reports indicating that the same tornado may have struck Rolla earlier in the day. Power outages and blocked roads complicated relief efforts, while meteorologists continued to monitor the storm's trajectory for further threats. Wayne County was one of the hardest-hit areas, with at least 8 reported fatalities. Among the most tragic incidents was a group of campers who were swept away by a river during the storm. In Butler County, Poplar Bluff sustained heavy damage, with a supermarket and a kindergarten among the worst-hit structures. One resident described the aftermath. "My house is gone, my apartment is destroyed, and trees have fallen onto our homes." In Ozark County, 2 people lost their lives in Bakersfield, while another fatality was confirmed in Jefferson County. The destruction left thousands without shelter or electricity, requiring an immediate emergency response. However, dangerous road conditions and ongoing weather threats made it difficult for aid to reach affected areas. In Louisiana, a massive tornado struck Tangipahoa Parish, causing significant damage along highways 1055 and 1054. Emergency responders rescued people trapped under debris while assessing the full extent of the destruction. Downed trees and power lines obstructed relief efforts, making an already dire situation even more challenging. Mississippi also bore the brunt of the outbreak, with tornadoes taking a heavy toll. A large wedge tornado tore through Pike and Walthall counties, prompting multiple tornado emergencies. Weather radar confirmed intense rotation, signaling the storm's devastating strength. Rural communities like Tylertown, Bassfield, and Oak Vale suffered direct hits, leaving thousands homeless and in desperate need of humanitarian aid. As of March 15th, the tornado outbreak had claimed at least 34 lives across Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. Search and rescue operations continued, with authorities working tirelessly to locate survivors and provide urgent medical assistance. The scale of the disaster was so vast that millions of people across the central U.S. remained under tornado and high wind alerts. Meteorologists have warned that rising humidity and temperatures across the southeastern U.S. are contributing to an increase in the frequency of strong tornadoes. Residents have been urged to develop safety plans and identify secure shelters to mitigate risks during severe weather events. Meanwhile, recovery efforts are ongoing in the affected states. Emergency services, disaster response teams, and relief organizations are working around the clock to restore power, clear debris, and support communities as they begin the long road to rebuilding. The resilience of these communities will be tested in the coming months as they attempt to recover from one of the most destructive storms in recent years.